Well, hey there, Yinzers. It's Double AP bringing you another episode of Yinzology. You're going to want to get your tin hats, and you're not going to want to miss this. This here program that you're about to watch is about unsolved mysteries. Whenever possible, the actual family members and police officials, as state and local in the tri-state area, FBI agents, and licensed and trained Yinzologists like Jimmy Two-Time and myself have participated in recreating the events, and what you are about to see is not a news broadcast on KDKA. It is not a Rick Seaback documentary on QED. Join me, and perhaps you, Yins, may be able to help solve a mystery. Before Sully landed the 1549 in the Hudson River, which is actually down here in the Charlotte Aviation Museum down here in Charlotte. Before Sully, there was a bomber 69 years ago to this day that had to perform an emergency landing down here in the river in the Berg. The mystery behind it all is they never found that bomber that went in the river. You got William Dotson flying the plane, and he got 5 crew and passengers were flying over the Berg on a routine training flight, so-called routine, all right, from Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada to pick up cargo of airplane parts at Olmsted Air Force Base in Harrisburg, PA. During the cross-country flight, they had the plane refueled at Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma. Now, around 4 p.m. on January 31st, crew reported starvation of fuel. They were running out. They were running on empty. They were running on fumes. Permission to land. Permission to land. Mayday. Mayday. Permission to land at Greater Pittsburgh Airport. When they realized they didn't have enough jet fuel there to get there. Instead asked to land at Allegheny County Airport. It was 4:11 when the fuel supply went empty. Engine malfunctioned, and without any airstrips, they pulled a Sully, not into the Hudson, supposedly glided over the Homestead High Level Bridge, which is today the Homestead Grays Bridge. Wheels up, splash landed into the Monongahela near the Glenwood Bridge in Hayes. All 6 crew members survived the crash, although only 4 were rescued from the 34-degree water. Supposedly, the plane floated for 11 minutes. Captain Gene Ingram and Staff Sergeant Walter Susie, they drowned trying to swim to shore, and their bodies not found until months later. Now, the Coast Guard supposedly snagged a wing of the submerged plane while dragging its anchor, but the line slipped and the B-25 slid to the watery grave, never to be seen again. And that's where the conspiracies roll in. They searched for that bad boy for 14 days. And you got to ask yourself, how does a plane that size? Because they had no problem pulling out Sully's plane. And there's been other planes that large, They drag them up, they drag them out of the water. They never found this one. The mysterious resting place. Where is it? Where did it go? Some people believe it when maybe it was carrying dangerous cargo like nukes. All right, maybe it was carrying a UFO or aliens. Maybe they found Bigfoot. Maybe, just maybe, there were a bunch of strippers from Las Vegas. Maybe there were stolen bobbleheads. All right, people were looking for those. Maybe the Monongahela Monongi monster dragged it away. Maybe the Monongi monster hooked up with Bigfoot and they devised a plan. And they're in cahoots and laughing it up. And maybe it's the Russians. Now, in recent years, there were a couple groups that did reconnaissance. They dropped some cash and tried to find this plane. One group was the B-25 Recovery Group, and they worked with the Heinz History Center. Based on their research, They believe the B-25 is buried approximately 100 feet off the left descending bank of the Mon, at mile point 4.9, at a place known to the rivermen as Bird's Landing. What is Bird's Landing? Back in the day, it was a tie-off spot for barges. It was also known as a favorite stopping place for the gravel pirates, who dredged up gravel from the river and sold it to customers along the Mon. Never heard of these guys. I can't imagine a lucrative business dredging up gravel from the Mon. Now, how can these pirates drudge up gravel from the Mon, but you can't find a bomber? And supposedly these pirates, because of their entrepreneurial spirit of drudging up gravel, created this underwater pit, and they think the plane sunk into this pit? Come on. Despite extensive research, sonar scanners, remote control cameras, they found no plane. So yinzers out there, put on your thinking caps, your tin caps, your aluminium or your aluminums. Put it on your head, think about it, and then comment below if you think you know what happened to the bomber. If you like this video, be sure to like it and share it. And if you haven't done so already, click the subscribe button. Until next time, I'm Double AP and I'm out.